Hey y'all, this is my island tour number 1 video. I might make more, I don't know, but just wanted to show off my island. Hopefully there's some stuff on here that you might enjoy. This is the Plains of Passage Island. You'll see that I started to build on top of an existing castle, so this is one of my first big projects. And we're just hopping inside of that portion of the castle now, sort of that top section that was up there, and just running around the inside, taking a quick look at sort of how I just started putting together the base. I have the chests all stacked there, nice and neat, so pretty easy to find everything. And then the crafting tables are sort of scattered around. I try to make sure that there was plenty of height to the ceiling, some openness to it. That just helps with the camera angles. It can be a little bit annoying if you're in that third person point of view to have the camera sort of constantly hovering kind of above you in a bad spot. So I try to keep it a little bit more open. And I've run upstairs all the way to this top section. All this is pretty much pointless, but it was just fun to build everything. Here's the closet area, which I kind of just keep hidden since I don't really access it all that often. And you'll see lots of glowing sandstone blocks. I love that block. I think it's my favorite block in the game. Off in the distance here, that's the thing I call the vault. So we're going to go check that out here in a little bit. And to access almost all the other big builds I've done, I have this little passageway, this little chute that you just fall down into in a puddle of water just to break the fall a little bit. And it leads you down inside some of the pre-existing dungeon area that was already part of this map. I've definitely completely gutted it out, and you'll see sort of what I mean by that here in a little bit. But lots of different passageways to go down. I almost try to make this into a sort of like a quasi kind of maze. You can get lost in here. There's lots of doors that I'm not going to open up. I chose to put these certain colored lights around certain passageways to just kind of remind me of which way to go, honestly. This particular passageway, this orange passageway, it goes off into this trophy room, I guess is the best way to think of it. I thought it'd be really cool to just have this really long, kind of narrow passageway that looks kind of well lit from these blocks, which again I really like, and then it leads into this this giant room that holds all the different trophies that you can get in the game. So I sort of had fun with how to display that, and I'm standing on top of that long passageway that leads to the trophy. So this was kind of a fun build. It took quite a while. All of that was completely gutted out manually, so that took some time. Here I've sped it up a little bit just to go into the next section of what we want to look at. And here we're going to go into the green passageway. There's a lot of variety behind each of these doors. Everything that was here was completely dirt beforehand, so this is all crafted, I guess, by me. None of this pre-existed. I wanted this particular room. It was supposed to be sort of like a mystery room. You didn't really know what the point of it is. You have these little window door things that you can open up, and they really look like they don't lead to anything. One of those is sort of a secret, so you can jump in there and just go figure out what the secret is. It leads you to an existing chest that was on the map. So I just thought that was something kind of stupid but fun to do. A lot of what I do is sort of stupid and pointless, but it's fun. So the next room we're going to go to that will really highlight a lot of the pointlessness of what I do in this game. So in this room, I think there was actually some existing stones that were there, so I had to sort of work around it or restructure it. You can sort of look down that well, and you'll also see that there's like a little hidden passageway right off to the side of that. I think the theory behind what I was going for here is if I have somebody join me and they sneak off into one of these rooms and they're exploring, it will lead to death a lot of times. I have lots and lots of different situations where you can die. I guess that entertains me. But here we go. We jump into the well. Once you jump into the well, it's filled with water. But if you can figure your way out, you will see that it will take you into this, I don't even know what you call this room. I think I was drunk one night and just decided to make this thing. So whatever. It's just... this is what you do when you have some free time, I guess. But that was kind of a fun build. So next up is a room I wanted to make actually quite a bit bigger. I wanted to have 9 doors here, instead of just the 6 doors that you can see. There was some issues, I guess, because there was water that I started digging into above me, so I decided just to halt that project. But each of these different doors takes you to different things. As you saw, that first door, it takes you just to a treasure chest that has some goodies in here. This next door was kind of a fun project. I love this game, so I figured I would go ahead and just sort of create a monument to it. So here is my chess board. Trying to come up with what the chess pieces would be was a little bit challenging. There's not a ton of options to choose from, so this maybe will change in the future, maybe as different blocks and different things come along in the game, but I thought it was fun to build a chessboard. I enjoyed that aspect. So the next thing we're going to do is take a look at some of these a little bit harder to get to rooms. You either have to use a teleport scroll or build your way to it. But here's one of the ones where if you're exploring, you sort of get trapped as you go down into this series of trap doors, and it will kill you. So that's fun for me to watch. This next room, I don't know what the whole point of this was, but it leads to something that I think this is like the next thing I'm going to be working on. I have sort of grandiose ideas of maybe what I'm going to do, but I've been wanting to create like a pretty gigantic throne room. This is sort of an early, I think, concept of what I wanted to do. I think I might even try to have the wall go from one edge of the map all the way to the other. It definitely takes a lot of time to do that, so it is what it is right now, but that is my throne, which actually does reach the end of the map. I had planned on it going back a little bit further, but it literally did hit the edge of the map, so I couldn't go back any further. So maybe I'll work on that. So this blue passageway, this was probably the first big project I did outside of the kind of the main castle area. And this will take us to the vault. So I had it be blue just to match the blue theme of the vault. You fall down this trap door. I originally had it where it was kind of a maze, and if you couldn't figure your way around the maze quickly enough, you would drown. So I might go back to having that, but I had to make this trip so many times that I kind of got tired of it. So it will lead you this way. So this is a passageway, sort of like the trophy room. This one's blue, and it can take us to sort of the bottom layer of the outside of this vault. As you'll see, the vault is pretty big. It does start essentially at the very bottom of the map. It was the lowest point that I could get to, so I assume that's sort of the lowest point of the map, and it goes pretty close to the very top of the map. Not quite there. I just got too tired of building. So you'll need teleportation scrolls to get around. That's an important component. I love teleporting everywhere, so I always have as many teleportation scrolls on me as I can carry. So here we're just kind of looking around the bottom of the vault. There are many chests. You'll see some that are in the ground here. There are chests on every single layer that we're looking at along the sides of the wall. So I don't know, 100 at least or so chests. Many of them are full with just random junk. So here we're going up the center part of the vault. This takes quite a while, so I cut out a lot of that. And then to get to the very top, I got tired of stairs, so I just wanted to speed up the process a little bit. So there are little platforms for you to land on with your teleportation scroll, and that will take us all the way up here to the top. Right, and once we're up here, we can just sort of look around. You can see the castle out there in the distance. We can look up and go a little bit higher up. There is some natural floating islands that were here. I cleared out a lot of those, so I dug through a lot of dirt to get to this point, but I did keep some of the natural dirt here. But yeah, we can just take a look around, see the size of the island in comparison to the castle, see how high up we are on the vault. And as a signing off, I'm going to give you a little pro tip. Is I'm going to jump off here. Before you land, if you have a teleportation scroll, just teleport, and that will save you some splat damage. So hopefully that helps you. All right, and thanks for watching.